I just read something that I want to talk about, and it's the idea that husbands who pay all the bills aren't as engaged in the emotional part of the marriage. I want to talk about that because it's piggybacking off of what I want to do for Father's Day. Father's Day is coming up in June, and for the month of June, for the first 20 days of June, I want to talk about what a good man, good father, good husband, be a husband first, good man, good husband, good father. I also want to talk about some of the lessons my father taught me for Mother's Day, for Father's Day, okay? I need to do another short because ever since I did the video about my black son and the ebony will, I've had so many Dusty Spookies, Raries, Tyrone Scrubs, and Mammy boys over here in their emotions. So I have to do another short so that I don't need none of them over here for Father's Day because we're not talking about them or celebrating because they ain't no good men, okay? They are not good men, but we do have some very good men, good husbands, and good fathers. I have a very good father. I have a very good husband, and I know a lot of good men. I want to thank you for your love and your support. Be sure to check the shorts out. Ooh, the community tab was on fire. Okay. I do post a lot in the community tab. Thank you for all of those of you who have been engaging in the community tab. Thank you for those of you who joined my membership. Those of you who email me, if you click on my name, right under my name or by my name, it says join. That is your way of showing me love and support on a monthly basis. But I would prefer if you sign up over on my Janice Hilton mentoring platform, and there we can really talk one-on-one, and there I will be available to you more often. Okay, so let me go ahead and read this post, and then I'm going to talk about it. And this is shout out to Brother Rodney Turner. He said, I was listening to a podcast, and this is an old one, but it keep coming up. And the wife said that husbands who pay all the bills aren't as engaged in emotional part of the marriage. The fact that they pay all the bills give them an out or an excuse to not be as emotional vulnerable as they would be if they didn't. The wife says she was extremely grateful that her husband paid all the bills, but she would almost prefer more emotional intimacy in the marriage. She said that although they have a solid marriage, it's often a trade-off wives have to accept when their husband is a strong provider. She said this is a common sentiment wives of provide husbands. Do you agree with her that this is a common, potentially unspoken complaint? Why or why not? So, would she prefer? Do you prefer to go out and work and pay half the bills, ma'am? Then she's going to be bitching and complaining about how stressed out she is, how tired she is, how she can't swing on the chandelier at night and reverse cowboys and all of this stuff and be freaky, right? She's going to be complaining about that. This woman is one of those wives who will get a divorce and then come on social media bashing her husband that he wasn't emotionally there. Let me tell you about a man being emotionally open. If you get married and you are having problems with your husband being emotionally open, he was never emotionally open when you were dating and engaged. 99, not, and I will rest my hat on this, 99% of the issues that are in marriage, 80% of wives file for divorce, right? 99% of the issues in marriage were there already while they were dating and engaged, and you, foolish woman, decide to overlook it. And when the veil comes off your eyes, right? Because a lot of women get married with a veil. You can't see. You're too emotional. You don't ask the hard question. You don't pay attention. You don't walk away from him when he's not emotionally there for you until you get married and the veil start to come off your eyes. He was never emotionally available, ma'am. He was never open to you. That's number one. Number two, and I really do think this is the issue for a lot of women. Number two, most women do not understand men. So that means most wives do not understand men. Men are not like us. They are the total, we're like night and day. And woman, you know, we kiki kaka kiki kaka kaka kiki kaka kaka kaka. Me and my girlfriend, we went out, we just got home. We talked all the way home. Me and my husband will ride in the car and he won't say nothing. Or he might say something, but he's not going to be keying. It's not going to be like when me and my girlfriends go to the store. We talk all the way there. We talk all the way back because we're women. That's how we are. That's how we are made up. Men are not like that. If we talk, oh, Mike, so and so, we talk this is a, but we're not going to talk all the way to the store, driving for 20 minutes and all the way. That's not how they are. They're different. And I really do believe a lot of women do not understand men. One of the things I borrowed from the older church woman, and my father also told me that. That's why this is piggybacking off of what I'm going to do for Father's Day. Is when your husband come home, do not bombard him with all the problems and what the kids did and this happened and that happened. And no. When he comes home, leave him alone. So when my husband, we got married, he comes home. My husband works in the city. He comes home. I would come down. I'm usually in bed. He would come home. I would come down, give him a kiss. I help him to take off his coat. And I would say, would you like to have your dinner now, or would you like to have a glass of wine? Sometimes he'll take the glass of wine. Sometimes he'll say, I'll take the dinner, or he'll say, no, I don't want anything right now. And then I'll say, okay. He'll go sit on the couch. He'll watch TV, relax a little bit. Then maybe an hour he'll call me, or he'll come upstairs and he'll say, okay, I'm ready for my dinner, or I'll take a glass of wine or something like that. Sometimes if he gets home early enough, I would eat with him. You know, my daughter, she in her own world. Okay. So if he gets home early enough, I'll wait to eat. But most of the time my husband don't get home early. He get home, we're in bed. Okay. Of course I go to bed early. So don't bombard him. Let him sit down. Let him rest. He go out there in this world. And my husband is corporate marketing, cutthroat. When he comes home, do not stress him out. Don't bother him. Okay. And I can tell when my husband is stressed because he'll come home and cook 10 o'clock at night. I know, because I know that's how he de-stresses. He cooks. He comes home, tell him, baby, I'm going to cook something. I'm like, okay. Sometimes I'll wait up. I'll sit here. I'll sit over there. Or most of the time I'll be upstairs. So a lot of women wanting your husband to emotionally connect. You know what it is? It's talking. You want him to talk to you. And I'm not saying not to talk, but he's not like us. They're not like us where you always running your mouth. And so to you, it means he's not emotionally open. And I'm not saying some husbands are not. I do believe some husbands are. But ma'am, he was not emotionally open to you when you was dating. Your marriage is supposed to get better as the day go by. My marriage is better. My marriage is sweeter every day because I did my due diligence. I made sure I knew what I wanted. I paid attention when I was dating, and I chose the best husband for me. My husband profile. I'm going to do one of these for wives. You want him to go out there, work 14 hours a day, and come home and sit up and talk to you like he's one of your girlfriends. and the man is tired. He just want to relax and unwind. And you're bombarding him with the kids and stuff like that. I learned very early on. Let me tell you one lesson I learned. If I didn't learn this lesson, my husband probably wouldn't have married me. Don't stay on the phone with these men 5 and 6 hours. See, that's what y'all want. You stay on the phone with the Pookie Rares Tyrone. They ain't got nothing better to do. They ain't got no job. They're unaccomplished, unestablished. So they have all the time in the world. So you might happen to meet a decent man and marry him, and you want to spend all night on the phone with him. When me and my husband was dating, he would text me throughout the day. He would call me every morning. He would text me 1 or 2 times throughout the day, and he would call me when he get home. And he would say, those are the nights that we were not going out, because he wanted all my time. He was trying to go out with me every day. And he's like, I'm home. We talk for about 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to bed. Okay. Some of y'all, why you ain't? I need to stay up talking to me. And let me tell you how learning not to stay on the phone prepared me for my husband, because my husband isn't a VP, executive vice president. He ain't got time to be on the phone talking for 5 or 6 hours. And there are times I call him and he said, babe, I'll call you back. I can't talk right now. Okay. But if you're not prepared for that, because you're emotional, you'll get mad and get emotional about him not able to talk to you when he's out here working and trying to make this money to take care of you. So a lot of these wives that's complaining about, oh, he paid all the bills. Ma'am, go out there and work so you could go 50-50, and then you're going to be bitching and complaining about how tired you are. So like somebody said in the comments, some of y'all women are never satisfied. He's working, paying all the bills. You whining and complaining about he's not talking to you. He's not emotional. He's tired. Granted, husbands are supposed to provide and protect. Now, what my marriage counselor tells my husband, when you come home, fine, you sit, you relax and watch TV. My husband will watch TV maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. He'll turn the TV off and he'll come upstairs, and that's when we talk, if I'm not sleeping. But my husband, he don't have time to stay on the phone an hour talking to me. And I don't have a problem with that. Because the job he has, he ain't got time for that. But you're so used to feminine men who was staying on the phone with you all night that when you met a decent man who can take care of you, you want him to act like the Pookie, the Ray Rays, the Tyrone, and the Dusty act, but they can't take care of you like he can. So balance is the key, ma'am. Balance is the key. They're not like us. Sometimes, some of y'all women, you talk to them. Sometimes shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Learn to shut your lips. When I'm driving with my husband, I have my I don't like the way he drives. But I have my tablet or my book, and I'm reading. And I'm reading. And I'm reading. They're not like us. But again, a lot of the problems women are having in your marriage are red flags you overlook. I guarantee you, ma'am, 99% of women, because the Naked Wife, where I interviewed almost 300 wives, all the wives that are having problems were things they overlooked. There, except for one wife, two wives. One wife was married 20 years. And then he started to abuse her. And I asked her, well, what happened? He got on drugs. So we don't count that, right? She said, we've been married 20 years. He never hit me. He got on drugs and he started beating her. And then another wife, they got married young, 19, 20. Been married 30 years. and now he start cheating with a young thing. That I will overlook. And that's one of the reasons why I am against young people getting married. You see, Derrick Jackson, he's not ready. Danae say he was passing. It was like a assembly line. She was passing woman. Go. It's like he was like an Energizer bunny. So it's not good to marry these men 19 and 20 and 25 because all they want to do. So like my daddy say, they have to get the dog out, but it behooves every man to get control of their deed. Until a man has control, he not ready to get married because you ain't going to get one cookie to eat. You're going to be eating that same cookie every day. Well, not every day, but you know what I mean. For the rest of your life. But if he hasn't gotten control, every cookie he see like King Solomon, he gonna want it. That was King Solomon's problem. King Solomon had a spirit of lasciviousness. Every pretty woman King Solomon saw, he wanted, which is why he had 300 wives and 700 concubines. He had no self-control. So men have to get control of their deeds. And until they do, don't marry them. This is why you see a lot of couples married 20 years getting a divorce. Yeah, they got married at 19 and 20. And now they're 40. They're getting a divorce. Because he tired of her. Or she tired of him. And the 80% of wives that file for divorce, I guarantee you, there were things they overlooked when they were dating and engaged. I have to go, child. My baby. Did I tell y'all a little micro report card? Oh, my God, girl. We're going to go have celebrate dinner for him. We're going out to celebrate for his report card. We celebrate everything here, everything. You got a new teeth? Oh, let's go out for dinner. You move up to another level of reading. Let's go out. All right, I love you. My husband profile course is available. Yes, teens can take it too, because we need to get them before the boys get them. Okay, we need to get them prepared. Okay, so I'm thinking about having a teen program in the summer. Cost less, of course. Let me just put it together in my head and see how I can twist this book to, not twist, but rearrange the book in my mind for the teens. But yes, if you have your teens, your teen girls, email me, and I'm going to set something up for teen boys, because boys needs to know that the Bible says that they should not give their strength to a whorish woman. And even though boys have to get the dog out, boys must get control of their dingling. I love you. Thank you for those of you who's picked up my book and subscribe. We're almost at 22,000 subscribers. Keep on spreading the word. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.